We are live and back together again. Hey, everybody.
We missed you, Jenny. Everybody in the chat's like, yay, Jenny's back.
I miss you guys so much. And all I heard about in Sedona was Becca and Johnny, Becca and Johnny. And the first weekend, everybody was impersonating Becca with the plant, doing Ted Cruz on the Rio Grande River.
Oh, Lord.
So seeing someone impersonate an impersonation was hysterical.
Yep.
Everybody had something fun to do. I was here.
Everybody was so sweet at the seminar. So hate everybody that went to Sedona. And they were so generous. They were giving me gifts right and left. Thank you so much, Connie Brown. This beautiful necklace. I've got a Christmas ornament here from Victoria. It's beaded. I don't know if you can see it, the detail, but it's like tiny, tiny beads with a hummingbird on it.
Oh, I see Peggy. Hi, Peggy.
Hey, Peggy.
Was Peggy at the retreat as well, or?
She was not.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to go see her. The three of us. She's begging us to come out and see her.
The Three Musketeers on the way to Peggy's. That'd be fun.
Let's just give people a little time to get their notifications. Got Beth Cat in here. Yes, I was teaching healing energy work and then did a talk on opening to mediumship, evidential mediumship. I don't like to watch mediums that just tell you, oh, your mom loves you. It's like anybody can say that. I like to watch mediums that give evidence of who they're talking to first and then the message. Makes it much more believable. Oh, Peggy says the pool's ready.
My bikini's in the shop, so I'm sorry.
Your Speedos.
Okay, so I asked for some Tim Tams, right? Tim Tams, I heard from Lena, they're Australian treat, and they are phenomenal, right? And so Ropaz was making me some. Took them to this is good old Mercury retrograde for you. Took them to the post office. Yours too, Peggy. Took them to the post office, and the lady there changed the zip code on the package. So right now they still say they're being delivered, and that was like 4 days ago. Mind you, it's chocolate.
Oh.
And it's summertime.
Oh, no.
They're still sitting somewhere 4 days later. And so that's just been one of them type of things.
Thank you, Impish. So, Peggy, maybe we need to make Johnny some Jinlin Tarot swim shorts with me on his butt.
Extra wide, please.
No, on his butt.
Oh, goodness.
Y'all miss us?
We missed you.
But thank you, Lopez, for making them anyway. I do still appreciate it. Yeah, I really do.
Oh, somebody from Australia just said Tim Tams don't melt easy.
No, this is homemade. This is not Tim Tams. This is homemade stuff. Good old post office. Yeah, I can get them from Amazon for $14 for one package, though.
Yeah,
so
no.
I'll pass. Oreos are still $2.50, so I'll be okay.
Well, I got a good first question here tonight.
Oh, Jenny, did you want to make some announcements?
Oh, yes, thank you. I am only doing appointment bookings now through my website, which is pinned at the top, and Lucky Larry Girl has been reposting it. So if you guys see, I've got an impersonator right now trying to assume my name on YouTube. They've been reported, but waiting on YouTube to get them off. Anyway, they're posting stuff about WhatsApp and all that. I do not do readings anywhere except booking through my website, which is PayPal only. So if you're booking a reading with me, make sure you're doing it through my website. I also have a blog. I'm going to try to blog like a couple of times a month, and I have a newsletter that'll go out only when I have a new blog. So it won't bombard you with emails. It'll only email you if I have a new blog.
Jenny's a blogger now, you guys.
I'm going to be a blogger. Maybe some angel writing and some channeled writing, maybe just some funny stories.
And the great thing is Jenny hasn't been kicked off of Twitter is why she's having a blog. No. No.
Have you guys got any announcements? Oh, if you have not seen Becca's video from Friday night, the Grand Tableau on Barr, you must watch it later. It's awesome. And Johnny did a video last night with Lori and Adrian. It's only an hour long, another good one to watch.
And I am trying to organize, I think I'll have to do a post. I'm trying to organize another reading with Karen, T from Karen, T with Karen from Australia. And we're going to try to do another video. I actually just need to come up with some questions that are non-political. So that's kind of our hurdle I'm trying to jump over right now. Mm-hmm. But that'll be coming sometime this month. Louis DeJoy ate my Tim Tams. I bet he did.
Maybe we should read on Louis DeJoy if he's gaining weight from Tim Tams.
That son of a mother.
Still there. Why have they not gotten rid of him yet? Hey, let's start there. Why isn't he gone? And then I'll do my good first question second. Why is Louis DeJoy still there? Yes, the giggles are already happening. Artie's getting his sinus infection again, so he's going to have to go back to the vets this week.
Just teeth.
He's a little snotty nosed again. DeJoy, why is he still there? My cats have not left my side since I got home. Ooh, his ending's right on top of him right now.
Same thing I'm getting, Jenny.
Ooh, he's getting ready to go. They're about to take an action. They got some words to say to him. What are you getting? You getting the same thing, Becca?
I'm getting that there's going to be significant suffering and an ending, and then something about abusing power here. So he may be out soon because it starts off with an ending.
Yeah, I get that sitting on him right now. He's going to fight it, though.
Yeah, I get that, too. He's going to fight it, but it's like, no. And it may be because the managers need to fight, or perhaps people that are executives or directors over him need to fight arguing here. But
and I think Nancy's going to bring him in to testify, too. She's got some questions for him. Needs some illumination. What are you getting, Johnny?
I get it's caught in bureaucracy because it's moving slowly, but I do believe I read something about Biden has just gained the advantage for the Board of Governors type thing. So he's on the way out. They just this type of thing takes time.
Okay, so my question for the night: does Trump have anyone he can trust now? We've asked before, does he have any friends? No. Does he have anyone he can trust? I see flipping right and left coming in his future.
He
he trusts no one, so it's only fitting that he has no one to trust.
That's interesting. I like that question. I almost want an oracle card on there.
Ooh, Brandon's eating chicken salad. Stop, Brandon. You're making me hungry. I need my post-live snack early.
Okay.
Does he have anybody he can trust?
Okay.
What happens when you're not nice to people?
Okay.
I got a basic no on the bottom with the moon. What are you getting, Becca?
No, and he's in a world of financial trouble. There's finances here that were persistent, but block delayed, huge problems. So no. Probably because he doesn't pay people to begin with, and then he's mean to people, and he talks trash about people. So no, not even his financial advisors. Nobody. All alone, deserted on an island by himself.
What'd you get, Johnny?
No, I pulled all 10 cards. They told me I only needed the one, and that was the first one I got. I mean, even looks dissatisfied. Like, man, my life is screwed up right now. That's the Page of Swords. So there's your negative news. No, not really. And it's based upon his life.
I get, since he left office, the only one that will talk to him is the loop that runs through his own head, and even that's a lie. So, yeah, nobody accepts his friendship. He's
nobody loves me but my mother, and she could be jiving too, as they say.
Yeah, he's out in the cold because he's a bully. He might, he can't even trust Ivanka. That's coming to an end. So the only person he might be able to trust is the law enforcement when they offer him a deal, when they offer him some kind of deal. Sucks to be him. Okay.
That was running through my head. I didn't say it. Sucks to be you, buddy.
So, a curiosity question, also one of mine. Liz Cheney, is she helping Dems, like ratting out any Republicans? Is she secretly helping any Dems? Now that she's been ousted. What you getting, Johnny?
I'm I'm gonna say yes, but it's not like she's working with. Thank you, School Man. I don't think it's like she's working with Democrats necessarily. There is a man in particularly that she may be trying to get some revenge on with the Five of Swords and the King of Swords. There's also something about making things harder for Trump now. These two are tied together. So there is somebody in the Republican Party that helped Trump while he was in office and is probably still helping him now. That's the in particular person she's taking issue with here with the King of Swords, which is not Trump because the Fool is also here. So this is some man here that she may be trying to stick it to, and this may just be a revenge tactic. But the High Priestess and the Four of Wands, she is helping someone in this new administration. But I wouldn't say she's working with Democrats, but she's out for revenge and may be working with one in particular person.
Yeah. What are you getting, Becca?
Is she working with Democrats? No. But she's very suspicious of people that are celebrities in the party and where they're getting their money from and transactions that were made. So it could be Kevin McCarthy. It could be, because this here is King of Diamonds. This could also be DUI boy over there. So she's in support of an investigation. She knows who did what and who was with who. But is she going and talking to the Dems? No.
Yeah, I get like structurally she is, but her personally, no. Like she's trying to enlighten them about things about Trump, and I think the insurrection. She's got some tangible information, but she's kind of sitting on it right now. She's got something on some of the Republicans, and she's very clear thinking. She's very determined. Thank you, Miss Brazil. She will be sharing later, but she's right now. She's kind of laying low. She's kind of sleeping on it. She's got something though. She's going to be giving some steady information later. And in particular, I think about national security and the people that journeyed there for the insurrection.
Oh, there's Linda.
Hi, Linda. Got Linda G in the house.
We've heard all the good Sedona stories.
Seen some of the photos. I'm going to have to post some more photos on my website. We had a blast. And Linda is as sweet in person as she is on YouTube. So show her some love, everybody. We had a great time. Everybody was so easy to travel with, which was amazing because I spent years traveling overseas, in retail with some nasty people that were difficult to travel with. And I was like, I am just so glad you guys are all so easy to travel with. It was a fun trip.
Awesome.
So let's see. Bill Barr, is he going to get subpoenaed by the House over these cell phone records that he got?
I'm going to sit this one out, Jenny, just because.
He just did the grand tableau. He also lied to Kamala under oath. Is he going to get subpoenaed and have to tell? Oh, thank you, Linda.
I think there's an action right now going towards that direction. There is the Hierophant, which would be the government for me, and the Knight of Swords is what starts it. So there's already an action to do this now. Keep this in mind. They still need to do it in order for it to be done. Thank you, Jennifer. So you can still sit on the fence and see which way they go. Like I said, it's not done until it's done. but because there's the 2 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So if there's still plans to do so, but in order to reach completion, you still need to go through the 3. So you still need to get the plan off the ground. But I get the Queen of Swords, which is the law, and then the 8 of Wands, which is talking. So here is your subpoena, here's your testifying, here's at least your statement, if we're not written or whatever. But yes, to answer the question, but like they say, it's not done till it's done.
I get a yes too, and they're going to keep steady after this investigation of him. He can't walk away from this if he wants to. They're going to be hot and heavy investigating him. But I think he's going to not show up or whatever, not refuse the subpoena. You know how they did under Trump's administration.
Privilege. I don't have to show it. Yeah.
They're going to come after him. They're going to come after him hard and send a message to everybody else. He will be answering questions. They're going to be doing some bullying, but they're going to have to get the law after him to get him there.
I have a question, Jenny, if you don't mind me asking. In that Grand Tableau, I had one heck of a time trying to fish out the Keebler elf. Because the line of fate, he fell outside of the tableau, and the line of fate was man, ship, fox, anchor, meaning it could be that he's going to try to distance himself from the persistent investigations. Like, I didn't do anything, so I couldn't find the Keebler elf in there. I might have to go back and revisit it, but can you ask the same of the Keebler elf?
Jeff Sessions, for those who... Jeff Sessions, will they subpoena him in?
Now, given that Barr came up as the man, he was on the line of fate. The whole tableau was on his head, as you say.
Yep.
What would Sessions come up as? Because the fox was also in the line of fate.
Yeah, but I was looking at Lily's. And it's not Lily's, because when I was looking down the row of Lily's, there was a man there. When I pieced it together, it looked like 2 R's and a Y. So I was saying like a Larry, a Gary, a Jerry, Perry, something like that. And then it told me Jerry Nadler. So when I went and I looked down that line, it was saying that person is pissed because of the betrayal to the house and the lies to the house. So I'm like, okay, I think that's Jerry Nadler. So then I only had 3 other characters to play with in the deck to try to fish out the Keebler elf. And I was like, I don't know who he is in here, so I couldn't figure it out.
Thank you, Marie. How's Governor Abbott? She's always emailing and calling. So Jeff Sessions, are they going to subpoena him also?
Yeah, Johnny's got the party lights on tonight, you guys. Check it out. Crystal party at his house.
Changing colors.
I started to leave it static. I didn't know if that would be distracting or not.
It's kind of fun watching them change.
I would say yes, but. Thank you, Marie. I don't know, really. It starts with 9 of Swords, Page of Swords, right? So there's something to be worried about. So there is something there. Some negative news is coming. The thing is, I don't see a deliverance. I don't get the Knight of Swords. I don't get the 8 of Wands. I don't see a deliverance of anything. So no one's bringing him something, yet he gets the Judgment and the 10 of Swords. I'm not saying he's going to croak, but what I am saying is either this comes way down the line or it never happens because of something else. The 5 of Cups is with the Knight of Swords. So some sort of, thank you, Crazy Cat Lady. It's some sort of doom and gloom comes his way. Thank you, chat.
there's definitely
indictments.
like a plan getting off the ground, and I get they're going to return to him again and again, like they're going to keep going back to him. There's something that he planted the seeds on. He may not have executed it because he got transitioned out and Barr came in, but he planted the seeds on something, and I got justice coming for him. I think Barr will be the bigger focus, but there's some agreement between Barr and Sessions, and they're going to put Sessions in defense mode, but it's like they keep playing the blame game. Like they keep shifting back and forth and blaming each other.
I have a solution for that. Charge them both.
Indict them both.
I don't get any court cards. All I get is doom. Now there's something horrible coming. I don't know what it is though.
So I want to know, will the Department of Justice indict Trump for the insurrection? Will he get any indictments for the insurrection? Y'all quit talking about food in the chat. I'm hungry. I've got some cat treats over here I could nibble on.
Not cat treats. Got some temptations.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, mercy.
So, are they going to indict Trump for the insurrection? Inciting a riot, treason.
Jaywalking.
Obstruction of justice.
Thank you, Terry. Mm.
Any indictments?
I get yes eventually. It's not right now though, but I get their strength around the burden. So yes, but I think this is because he has to defend. So you're defending against something. So they'll bring something against him. This is going to also be sort of what's the word? Brought upon because of all of the defenses that people going to court are giving about we got it from him.
He told us to do it. He told us to do it.
So there you go.
Thank you, Esso. Yeah, he's going to be put in defense mode. I get victory right on the bottom. Thank you, Laura. Right now, the insurrection, they're going after the insurrectionists, and that's a lot of hard work. They're committed to going after Trump, but they're doing it in secret right now. So they're going to return to him after they've got everybody else put in jail that they can. They're working on all the details to connect the White House to it. And then they're going to go after Trump the fool. So again, the transition of power also, they're going to return to that also because he was obstructing that. He's going to be making license plates. He's going to, people are sharing information about him and how he's affected national security. So it's shifting harder and harder against Trump, and he'll be put in defense mode. So that's a big yes, but
I get that it's a project or they're perhaps gathering knowledge, putting the pieces together right now because it is something that is very, very, very strongly desired to charge him. So Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be fun?
Mm-hmm.
Something to watch on TV. Has the DOJ or the Gang of Eight, have they accessed what's in the black box over the Ukraine deal and everything else? Have they got the black box in their hands?
I'm going to sit this one out too, if that's okay.
Yeah, because that started showing up in the Grand Tableau.
Now you said, do they have access or will they get access?
Do they have it yet? And then if they don't have it yet, will they get it? Ooh, breakthrough.
Well, the best friends here. So the devil is first. There is the Nine of Swords. So there is worried about the access here with the Ace of Wands. The Two of Swords, Eight of Cups. There may need to be a new workaround in order to achieve this. The Four of Swords is here. So there's some information to be gotten, but what needs to happen is a different strategy of getting it. You may not be able to go completely through the usual channels, as in subpoena this or whatever that. It may have to be. It's not like a no-knock warrant type of thing, because this is something digital, but it's kind of like you don't need to let them know when this is happening or something of that nature.
It's kind of hush-hush secret. It's like since the White House changed, there's stuff on it about the insurrection and catching Trump in lies is what I'm getting. So good news, it is manifesting. So I would say yes, they've already got it, and they've got tangible stuff on things that they were going to do to Biden. Thank you, Michael. And I get a big yes card too with the Ace of Swords, the truth coming out, the talking, the chatter. But they're keeping it kind of hidden. They're kind of laying low on it right now. There's strong evidence on it. There's also evidence on it about a death that they're trying to keep very close, that they're trying not to let too much out on. So there's something about the death of somebody on it. But it's a Trump trap because he runs his mouth on and on and on and on.
For those in the chat, she is not referring to the nuclear codes. Jen is referring to the national security server where Trump and his lawyers decided it would be a great idea to house all of the incriminating conversations he was having when he was in the process of extorting the Ukrainian president to steal the election. And then all the other crimes that they hid in that server because nobody could have access to it. You have to have the entire Gang of Eight to get access. And at that time, the Republicans were not willing to play with Democrats to give them access, period. So that's the black box that Jenny's talking about.
Yeah. So whether it's the FBI or the DOJ or somebody's already got something off of it. Let's see. Has Manchin made a deal with McConnell to block the voting rights bill and also Biden's agenda? Does he have a deal? Manchin have a deal with McConnell? Thank you guys also for all the questions tonight, because I'm still catching up on news. I feel like I've been in a hole for 10 days. Thank you, Terry, if I missed you earlier. Manchin, does he have an agreement with McConnell?
My agreement card's the first one. Okay. Let's see.
I don't know that it's directly with McConnell. I think it's with his donors. Thank you, Linda. What are y'all getting?
What are you getting, Mr. Johnny?
That's what I get. I get that the temperance is my first card. So there's your working together. This for that. My quid pro quo card is crossed with the two of pentacles. This is a bit of a balancing act. There are certain things he must toe the line on and certain things he must go with them on. The Hermit and the Moon. You're looking for answers and you're never going to find them. This is not just cut and dry. His handshake deal with McConnell. This is for access to donors with the 10 of Pentacles in the end. Page of Coins is here too. So this is your contracts, your money, your payments, your campaign donations or whatever. And then there's your big party, big money. So yeah, this is for access to donors and he votes your way and then you get your donors.
Yeah, I get big money on the bottom. I get an abundance of money. Some of it may be from overseas. But he's got this sense of nostalgia. He does have an agreement, but it's tied to the money. He lies. He keeps changing his story and lies a lot. But he's there to obscure and gaslight Biden's agenda. So they're never going to get a yes out of him for anything, is what I'm getting.
Goodness gracious.
I asked if he had an agreement with Dead Hand Man. No, not with the Dead Hand Man.
So Biden's meeting with Putin this week. What will Biden say to Putin?
You're a killer.
Don't mince words. Full of malarkey. And you're a killer.
Oh. Okay. Why do you keep meeting with him in the first place?
Just to make a presence on the global scale.
I think that's
put him in his place.
It's not even necessary. You know you don't like him. He know you don't like him. Y'all ain't got nothing to really talk about. You sanction the crap out of him every 10 seconds. So what are you going to talk to him about? Okay. You're a killer. That's my first card.
Sad but true.
Goodness gracious. I think there's like a veiled shot at the suffering of the Russian people, that he should be doing things on behalf of the Russian people, that he is hurting the Russian people, because mind you, we sanction him. He doesn't care. He's a gajillionaire because he steals all their money. So he's hurting the Russian people, and there's going to be some little veiled shot at how a leader should be on the, doing work for his people type thing. There's also compassion on the world stage, or something about loss of compassion, or something of that nature. That the Russian people are vibrant in this and that, and I think they're being held down or held back or whatever. Then there is some talks about coalitions, something against crime and against bad people, the good people versus the bad people. Like, there's more of us than it is of you. That kind of speech. So sort of, walk the straight and narrow, because it's more of us than it is of Vladimir Putin type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I get.
You're treacherous and you're a killer. And you go around thinking you're doing it in secret, but we know we have clarity of thought, and we're gonna put some sanctions on Russia. We're gonna make sure that we and other people overseas. Thank you, Adrian from Red Lentil. We're gonna make sure other people know that we're putting more sanctions against you overseas, and we're gonna structure this with other countries too to gain our security. You're not gonna keep returning into like our power stuff and everything. And he's also going to tell him they're going to watch the money. They're going to watch the money laundering, the money. What you getting, Becca?
A woman doesn't go to the meeting or the meeting is canceled. Woman, birds here, a woman at a meeting and then something canceled, meeting canceled.
Ooh.
But if he's supposed to go, I don't know why they would cancel the meeting. Who knows? But so I could just be interpreting that wrong. But he may just be very sharp and precise in what he says. Like, he doesn't veer outside the lane. So
I always get horrible cards for that whole thing, for the meeting in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, Merrick Garland, will he serve the entire 4 years under Biden? He's got a lot to straighten out. Will he serve the entire 4 years?
What's that question? I get no first cards. First card, 5 of Pentacles. So there's being pushed on. Hermit, isolation, strength. There is private practice or retirement, one of the two, but I don't have a 4 swords for retirement. But 6 of Cups, returning to an old life. That's kind of where I went, private practice. And then Death card, huge nugget. So I get no.
You gotta know, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
What you getting, Becca? I'm getting indecision around it.
I'm getting huge problems that come to light. Big trouble, big lies, big betrayals, obstruction, problems, delays, and then it comes to light here, it gets exposed. But the question was, will he serve all 4 years as Biden's attorney general? Ending with the sun, so it could be saying yes after he exposes all of this. Which there's a mountain of problems left over after 4 years of rampant, unchecked criminality. But
yeah, like I get there's an indecision, and the challenge is how America sees him right now. It's my America card, but I get for right now he's trapped there, like he's stuck. We need him. He's stuck. He's in the middle of all the investigations. He's got all the tools he needs to do the job, but he's kind of grieving a little bit. There's a lot of plans that he has trying to work together with his teams, looking overseas and trying to get that clarity of thought on everything that's going on, and trying also to see what's going on with the justice things in other districts, like Letitia James, those kind of people. I get him talking more and working hard, holding the sword of truth, investigations that give a unique perspective, and ultimately, taking people to court. I don't see him exiting yet, but he's really burdened trying to get everything investigated. So Garland sent out a message the other day. He did a talk, and he was talking about these fraudits, the audits, and the voting laws that these states are doing, and he's saying that the federal government is watching. So the AG in Arizona already came back and threatened that you can't do anything about our audit. Is he going to do something about these fraudits? The audit in Arizona, is he gonna step in and do something to stop it?
I think so, because I think I've done that before. I think maybe some other questions. Yeah, I get the Knight of Pentacle crossed with the Ten of Swords. There is an ending coming for it. But there is more that are going to try to pop up, I guess, and then that's when they have to take action. Here with the Page of Cups and the Sun. So there's going to be something else that sort of comes out of the blue, but yeah, they're going to have to stop because he's going to have to do something about it. He may be pressured with the Chariot and the Four of Cups.
I get that there might be charges coming for an executive because of violation here.
I'm getting some kind of legal problem too.
Because there's an executive here that has made a decision that is in violation here to change something, overturn something, to change a decision with these two. So it may be that whoever's in charge of the audit people, the CEO, the manager, somebody is about to get in some serious.
That's what happened last time. Is the people at the top is the ones who get the problems.
Mm-hmm.
So I start with the death card crossed by the devil. It's like changing corruption. He is watching them closely. He is about to take an action on them. He's already given the warning. Look, stop messing around. He's getting ready to take the action. Here, I get in the next, next 2 weeks or so, I get he takes an action. He takes a legal action. I'm gonna say within 2 weeks, he does something, and he's got people working with him also. So they are gonna have to walk away from this audit. I get, he talks about the structure of the audit and the security of the ballots and everything. So he's going to take some kind of legal action.
Aren't they in violation of all sorts of federal laws?
Oh, yeah. They're not supposed to have access to the ballots and everything.
Costing taxpayers money because now they got to get rid of all the machines because they've been tampered with.
So will the AG in Arizona do anything to fight it? We'll see, because she's threatened. She doesn't have a leg to stand on. Will the AG in Arizona do something when he takes an action? She's kind of like, don't take action against us. We'll show you.
Her problems are open-ended, so she can issue threats, or anybody else can issue threats of, we'll fight this and we'll fight that. But the collaboration is what's causing the problem. The Three of Pentacles and the Moon. So it's not simply we can conduct an audit if we want to. There is something within the details of you hiring somebody called cyber ninjas. There is something wrong in that collaboration. That's what's causing her problem. So there's going to be a huge, gigantic change, and yeah, there's no good news for her or anybody that doesn't want the DOJ or something federal to get involved.
I got the same two cards again. And then birds. Somebody at the top is going to get in a bunch of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be that AG, because I get like she's going to come back with something and something else is going to slam her in the face. They are going after her legally, and she is not going to like it. I get a yes on both. Like they're just going to go after each other. Merrick Garland ultimately stands. Final card. She doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Mm-hmm. Where do they even find these people?
On the
I
end,
wonder how long that company has actually been around.
I think they're brand new. They just made themselves up.
Oh, so it's a shell company too, then.
So the AG is a man. Who's the woman there?
I think she's one of the Republican senators in the state.
She's going to run for governor.
Oh, I don't know, Marie, if that's illegal to threaten the DOJ, but I certainly wouldn't go about threatening the DOJ. So Garland has a lot to straighten out. At the DOJ, he's still got Trump people in there. He doesn't have enough people. He's asked for more people to increase the staff. Because Trump got a lot of people out of there and culled the staff down. So is he going to get the DOJ straightened out? Is he going to get his additional people and get the Trumpsters out of there?
That's a big mess, too. That darn Donald Trump, man, I'm telling you. Ooh.
Is he going to get his extra resources and get the Trumpsters up?
So it starts with the Judgment and Queen of Coins. That's my America card. So yes, there will be, because it ends in Six of Cups and starts with Judgment. Yes, we will go back to where the DOJ is an actual functioning thing again. There's the death and the lover, so there will be a change in relationships. A big change in relationships, but you have to find the right people first here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Your fear card is the Five of Swords, which anyway, I won't go into all that. But yes, to answer the question, it will be restaffed. It'll just take some time.
Yeah, I get a massive restructuring. What are you getting, Becca?
I'm getting that they start bringing in a bunch of people to interview to see who is corrupted and who has been cheating and who has been taking away and stealing things and perhaps leaking stuff, or not leaking stuff to the press, but leaking stuff to the previous guy. Because there's people coming in for interviews. So I would say, yeah.
I think that's going on right now. I get he's got support for what he needs to do. He's got the plan, and he's trying to shine a light on the corruption within the DOJ and getting people to ask him questions. Exactly what you just said. There will be some that will be losing their jobs there, that have been sharing stuff and bullying, and treasonous. But there's a massive restructuring going on. There will be a lot of changes. He will get everything he needs to do the job, to do the work. And he's cutting all the Trump people, trying to get all the Trump people out of there.
In my view, with my Johnnyism, in my view, that's just the DOJ. Wait till they start getting into all the other departments.
I'm sure we're hearing about it because of the DOJ being front and foremost right now in our minds. But I'm sure it's the same thing at the Treasury and Defense and everywhere.
State Department with Mike Pompeo, NHS, or not the Department of Homeland Security, CIA, NSA, everywhere.
Heaven, Taco Bell, everything.
So we've read on this before, but I don't remember. It's been a while. I think it was back when Cohen got sentenced to jail. Will Trump get charged as the co-conspirator one for campaign finance fraud? The thing that Cohen served jail time for. I don't remember what we got. It's been a while. I think over a year since we read on that.
Thank you, Terry. Now say it one more time.
Will Trump get charged as co-conspirator one for his campaign finance fraud that Michael Cohen served jail time for? Oh, what? Oh, my goodness. I startled Artie.
Sound like a baby crying.
What was that? Yeah, I know you're not feeling too good. Go to the vets tomorrow. Yeah, there we go. Starting the sneezing. That was the first sneeze I've heard. I could tell he was getting stuffy today, and now he's starting the sneezing. Yeah. Co-conspirator one. Is he going to get charged for that, or is there too many bigger things to get him on?
Campaign finance. Yes, there is a scheme around personal money. Now, I don't see court, but there's a scheme around personal money here with the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Somebody went down for it. That was Michael Cohen. 4 of Swords. Because he was on house arrest at one point, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Jail and then out of jail, and like he's playing Monopoly all of a sudden. So there's talks about it. That's as far as I get. I get the Page of Wands. I don't get the Page of Pentacles, so there's like no deliverance of indictment just yet, but there is. Somebody brings it back up, though. Oh, you break so many laws. What do you get in trouble for? God, dog it.
I think ultimately it'll end, but I get like right now a big yes, with the justice putting him in defense mode over the stormy payoffs and stuff, that they're in agreement on that, and who he worked with and the partnerships. But I get like there's other stuff that they're looking at involving the money that's going to be much more victorious, and they start talking and they change and move on from the stormy charge. They've got something else that's much stronger, and I think that's what they're going to string him up on.
I get that he had an affair with the woman that he's guilty of. However, there is a very passionate woman that is just burdened. So I don't know if this is Letitia James or who, but it's like she's already got enough on her plate.
She's got too many other bigger cases. Thank you, Caroline.
Which reminds me, there's a vote coming up for the new DA to take Cy Vance's place. That's going to be an important one to watch.
Yeah.
Because that next DA, there's one that's in there that I've seen reports on that is a shady person. It's a woman who donated $8.2 million to her own campaign, and she's got huge money behind her. So it's kind of like, you know, because Letitia James and Cy Vance is off the court together like this to get Trump. So even though Cy Vance has his replacement already picked, this new DA I would assume ultimately be like, no, we're shutting this down. So
let's ask that. Will the new DA move forward on Cy Vance's cases? Let's get that way. Whoever the new DA is.
Oh, I had a legal question too that somebody sent me. I forgot to send it to you. We can do that one next.
Okay.
So will the new DA that's taking Cy Vance's place
move forward on all
on
the
charges?
Trump cases? Yeah. Thank you, Terry. I feel like we should have some 60s psychedelic music playing for Johnny in his color changing room. So the new DA.
My lava lamp is going back there too.
It kind of changes colors as the lights of the ceiling do.
Mm-hmm. I get a yes, but there needs to be. Okay, so here's the DOJ, 4 wands. 2 of Pentacles with the 6 of Cups means that there is something new that is in an influx. It's in an imbalance. I don't know if he does he not have the right information, or if the information left from the previous person. Thank you, Roland. From the previous person is, we heard so many stories about how sweet you were too. I don't know if the previous person left a mess or what, but there's the 2 of Pentacles is imbalance and the 7 of Cups is confusion. So there is a lot that he's walking into that doesn't make sense. So he'll have to sort some things out there first. That's if they do it at all. But I'll say yes to be optimistic.
I get like 3/4 of, thank you again, Marie. Roland was really sweet in Sedona. Watch for my Lucy videos. She gave me something to hang in my garden. I've got to hang up and do a Lucy video. I get 3/4 of what Cy Vance has done. I get my 3/4 card here that they will pursue. There's a sense of nostalgia during the transition, and they are working together on it a little bit to get the plans off the ground, but something shifts a little bit. So I get 3 out of 4 charges, something like that. There's some confusion around the charge for Ivanka, I think. Thank you, Larry Buddha Boy.
That's right.
There's some confusion around Ivanka and Melania. Something with family money there. But I do get him charging in and taking it to court. So But I think something gets reduced or dropped. What you getting, Becca? Becca's not getting good cards.
There's the election. This is the new entourage, and then something gets cut out here. So I'm going to be optimistic and say the decision comes for the family to be charged. I'll just say that. I'll just.
Or they could cut out part of it without cutting out all of it.
I get the Six of Cups. It feels to me, and I'm like, well, I don't know if it's necessarily that. There's something about not charging the kids or not going after the kids' involvement in something. And I don't know exactly what, but it feels as though they skate.
Like maybe just going after daddy and leaving the kids alone.
Mm-hmm. Now, thank you, Matt. I had a question somebody sent to me. Will John Bolton, is that his actual name?
Michael Bolton, Johnny. Michael Bolton.
I was just thinking about him earlier.
Will he be compelled to testify? Allowed and compelled to testify was the question. Out of the Trump corruption and so forth and so forth. I'm like,
Those that are new subscribers here, Johnny used to not be able to say John Bolton. It always came out Michael Bolton. Bolton. Always.
He was Felicia Bolton at once.
Yeah. It turned into, what's that child's name?
John Bolton.
Felicia Michael John Bolton.
Mustache himself. Just the thing, he get up and look that way on purpose every day. Very nice.
I don't think I need to go any further. It's like he's got an opportunity, and yes.
I think he wants to. He's like he's just a you did me wrong. I can't wait to stick it to you type person.
He may testify in court also against him, like when charges. Yeah, like in court. He's got something he's been holding really close to his chest that he's ready to bring out. He is something else that he hasn't said to anybody. Kept it a secret. What y'all getting?
He's got very surprising information. Page of Cups and the Hermit. Believe it or not, even from Donald Trump, we have not heard it all. I know we haven't heard it all, but we've seen a lot. That's why we have, the magic cards. But
we don't know how low can go yet.
Yes. There is Ace of Swords. There's his testimony, his truth, blocked by the Two of Swords. But this is more of an indecision on what to share, when to share, how to share, because there's the Nine of Swords. So there is a bit of anxiety around this, because this might spell under oath in testimonies, and it becomes a legal thing. And so it's going to get complicated, but Eight of Wands on the bottom. He can't wait to talk.
I get the birds, the snake, and the ring. He wants to talk. Maybe he will talk. There is an agreement here, and that testimony here with birds may have to do about who was in meetings, what lies were being agreed to, the betrayals that they were agreeing to, all of it that we don't even know about yet.
So Christopher Wray, will he stay in the FBI under Biden? Thank you, Marie.
It's strange. I get that Biden wants him out, but he is being pressured to keep him in. I get the King of Cups, which is Biden. Two of Swords and Five of Swords. They are somehow blocking his decision to remove him for some reason, because his job with the Eight of Pentacles is stuck with the Ten of Wands. So I get he's still there, but for whatever reason, I don't think Biden wants him there.
I get he's still there, but I think he might get restructured into a different role. It's kind of what I'm getting. Like he gets an offer he doesn't like. That's on the bottom. He's got the tools to do the job, and he's charging in on investigations I get on the children and all the lies. But something changes, and they kind of bully him in a restructuring to do something he's done in the past, like go back to this job, do this drudge work. I get a new leader coming in that starts shining a light on a lot of stuff and brings us to higher ground, someone that's got more clarity of thought. Thank you, Minuet Maya. And then completion on the family under somebody else. What you getting, Beck?
I get no. Something gets taken away. There's a loss. So I don't know if it's because the organization itself, there's corruption there, something happens and there's losses.
Let's see. Netanyahu just got removed from office.
Thank God.
Will he fight it? Will he try to come back? Will he do like Trump and say, I'll be back in August?
Oh. Yes, Ace of Wands. So there's a new action. Ace of Pentacles and Netanyahu himself. So yes, he will fight it, but it goes nowhere. Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. This is stressed and burdened. The decision is sort of final, stuck in place. You're gone, friend.
What?
Tower on the bottom.
I get man, birds, and scythe. No. He's going to get kicked off Twitter, too. Look at that. Kicked off.
I get he'll definitely he'll do like Trump. He'll be like Trump. He's already got plans to try to manipulate it. Justice is already served. He's going to try to cloud it over. But he's stuck. He's moved on. They pack your bags, you moved. Get out of here. He's going to start something new in business. I get a new contract for him, and it's something global. And he's doing this kind of in the hush-hush. But he's in the structuring phase of it now. So he's going to end up doing something on a global scale, probably partnering with Putin or somebody.
And Trump, the trio.
And Trump. So, will Trump lose Mar-a-Lago?
Oh, that would be a dream. We go live in the dumpster next to the 7-Eleven.
He's already hurting for money. Is he going to lose Mar-a-Lago?
I get it sealed there. It's passed to his children. I get the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Now, this could also indicate that it's passed to them just legally, as in he puts it in their name or something like that. With the Four of Swords, at some point, it's no longer his. So it either goes to his kids because he kicked the bucket, or it goes to his kids because he's trying to get away from judgments against it, with the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Wands. But he does eventually lose it, either to his kids, or was to his kids, but either his kids through judgment or death. To Baron. That's probably nice.
There's something that's going to happen that's going to make him very emotional about it. I get there's like a new action taken on it because they're like watching the money. And I've got the kids here, and then I've got a woman of money and a man of money, and they're watching them. He gets an offer he doesn't like. I get he has to move away from it. So it's about steady money. So I think it shifts somehow to like a joint ownership, whether that's with the kids and somebody else. There's some sort of joint ownership on it. Trump is burdened, and he's stuck. He's trapped. He has no money. But it's like there's still support for it. But it's shifting. It's shifting away from him. He has to move away from there. What you getting, Becca?
Will he lose Mar-a-Lago? No. But it's in trouble. The resort there is in trouble because of something that was increased here, and it shows a pattern of abuse. It's in trouble.
He's abused tax statements probably on it.
Also, perhaps with no, not really visitors. This is more like people that migrate. So this would be like your snowbirds, and problem with them as well. Like maybe not having so many people come by, or I don't know, but there's problems around it because something moves up, but then it's wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a pattern there of how things are changing.
Well, you know it's got to be bad when he's attending memorial services there now.
He was a wedding crasher, and now he's a funeral crasher.
Good Lord.
You know, I got to ask, what did the people think at the memorial service when he crashed it? I won. You're a loser if you died. I only like people that live.
That don't die.
That don't die. That don't get captured. That don't.
But then again, why on earth would you hold a memorial service there? It's like you kind of like him, obviously, and if he showed up, you might like it.
But here's the thing. You're fancy rich people, you want to blow your money on a rat-infested place. There's always the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like actually nice, you know? So what did the people think of him crashing the funeral?
It was cute at first, with the Knight of Cups, right? This is like, okay, oh, look, Donald Trump is here. But then it became a burden because it became erratic with the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. It became a bit stressful. It became a bit strained because although we like you because we obviously patronize your ridiculous building, but today is actually not about you. So if we could like get back to the festivities, I guess. But they liked it at first, and then it became, oh my God, he won't shut up. So, you know, that's what you get for holding your party in Mar-a-Lago.
Go to the Ritz-Carlton, people.
Or the Four Seasons Landscaping Company, exactly.
I bet that they think that he has not changed. He has not changed. He's still on the same, I won, Yet he has not changed, and he became a serious problem. Like, that's what I get.
I get, okay, we have a dead person here and we got a talker here that won't shut up. And he's like talking about, you know, all the ballots that were shifted and I won. And this is going to be a problem and a fight to get him out of here because it's like work to Trump, you know, to go in and say all that. They're like, how do we get him out of here? You know, it's his place. How do we cut him out of here? Wait, I got an idea. Let's steal the dead person's body and take them away somewhere else to get him to go.
Let's run away.
Let's run away with the body and then Trump will go.
What a maroon. What a maroon.
Don McGahn, along with Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell, his phone records from Apple were given to the Department of Justice in 2018. So, you know, he just testified to Congress last week or a week before behind closed doors. What's he think now that he knows that they were investigating him to see if he was leaking? Because, you know, Trump can't trust anybody.
I mean, he had the Q-pole syndrome, Donald Trump, so you didn't need spies because you said, like I say, the quiet part out loud all the time. But you still had spies because why not? But still. What's he think now? He feels betrayed. There's instant regret that he was in the position he was in the first place. The Seven of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles, his past information being given up and given out. But yeah, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords. He has instant regret and he wishes he was never too darn bad. There's a person called Donald Trump and you were a person who didn't care how close you got to him. So these are the type of things you get. You get a sword in the heart and a sword in the back. And mind you, a sword in the heart means he stabbed you from the front. You should have seen that coming. And then when you turned around to clutch your heart and fall on the ground, then he stabbed you in the back. So you get what you got because you got where you were. There you go.
Yeah, I get he's got regrets too. He's gonna, you know, that's fighting words. You know, you took my cell phone records. Wait a minute. He's starting to see like that he was backstabbed and maybe that's why his job ended, that he was manipulated. He's got new plans now. That's crowning the reading. I think he's going to whistleblow on some more things. He's got something else he's going to offer on thievery that happened with overseas. So I think he's going to gab some more. He's going to bully back.
Now's the time.
So there's the phone right there in the middle with the birds. What did he think? Not surprised. Part of the course. It's routine. Like expected. But not really expected. Like not surprised, I would say.
Not shocked.
Yeah.
I think he's just regretting not saying more.
He was one of these people who realized, oh, water is wet, and then he jumped in anyway. Well, good for you.
You done seen all the crimes this man was thinking about committing. And you went ahead and went along with it. Are you? Yeah.
I know a lot of these guys we've read on before. Flynn, Stone, Bannon, and Giuliani. Someone asked, are they going to get jail time, any of them? Stone, Bannon, and Giuliani. I just heard yes.
Flynn.
I keep getting 3 of them are going to court and going to jail. 3 out of the 4. I keep getting all the 3 cards, like 3 of them that work together. Going to court. And a fat yes on that. Going to jail too. Yeah, going to jail. Bye. Pack your bags. You're going to jail.
For Roger Stone, yes. For Bill Barr, I got ban, woman, tower. Isolation. So I would say yes. Giuliani, yes. Financially related for Giuliani. That's what I get.
For Flynn, I get there's a huge change, a judgment and a huge change for his future. So I'm going to go yes for him, or there's something returning. So he may be having the same kind of court cases he had in the beginning. For, what is it, Flynn Stone, yes. 8 of Swords is what it starts with. And I think his becomes a problem because of the person. Somebody goes first, and then he's implicated. So there's somebody who's going that rats him out. For Bannon, I get Bannon goes back to court. I didn't get a jail for him just yet, but I get he definitely goes back to court. And for Giuliani, yes, and just like Becca said, it's money related. I do get he gets some sort of shortened sentence, or he gets some sort of house arrest or time served or something like that. But this could also be 8 of Swords. I only have one 8 of Swords, so he could be going to jail, whatever the case may be. Because swords.
I'll make a correction to my reading. For Bannon, I got tower. So that's also court. It's still, it has to do with institutions. So, all right, he's isolated.
Back to court.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dems, will they pass the infrastructure bill through budget reconciliation? Leave it intact the way it was and pass it through budget reconciliation. The Republicans want all these changes to it. They always do, and then they still won't vote for it.
I read some article that they went and made a bunch of changes, and then when it came out, they made the changes that the Democrats wanted in the first place, or something like that, to where they basically were obstructing for no reason.
Usually they make changes and then they still won't vote for it. So,
And that's what happened. They didn't vote for it anyway.
thank you, Desiree.
Oh, these people, I can't. There's a workaround, if that's what this is, because there's the justice and the wheel of fortune. So time will tell on this in particular one, but there is something that they must do within a time frame. Legally speaking, there is the Four of Wands with the Magician. Here's your workaround, some sort of creative workaround, and the Hermit. So they kind of isolated themselves. So this is without Republican support. So some sort of workaround in order to get it what you want, in order to have progression with the Knight of Wands. So yeah, there's going to be a workaround to get this done.
I get the same thing, Johnny. They're going to have to find an alternative, because this thing has been chopped and made so small. And then they're going, or it's been made so small because they went to negotiate with Republicans. Republicans said, no, chopped it down to nothing. To nothing at all, what they're left with, So it's been made small. They got taken away. They're looking for alternatives here to go on that journey, to go that direction. So quite possibly, but they may need to rework something because it's small. It's much smaller than what they started with.
Yeah, I get that they're getting ready to end working across the aisle with it, because, now they've got all these changes to it from the Republicans.
Jenny, you froze.
Drawing board.
Jenny.
Oh, thank you, Sandra. I get they're done on the bottom with the Ten of Swords with partnering across the aisle, because now they've got all these changes from the Republicans. And they're back to the drawing board, back to the planning stage. So they're working with Biden on this, and they're getting ready to transition. I get a big old yes that they'll do it through reconciliation. They'll revisit it and put all the details in that they wanted and get the support for it that they need through reconciliation. So
I have a question. Speaking of money, Donald Trump's $2 billion or something billion or something. I don't know. It was a bunch of money that he had allocated for his wall. So Joe Biden is taking that money and going to use it for military programs. So what I wanted to know is, if he had that money and it was already approved for his wall, why didn't they build the wall? What were they actually waiting for?
Well, because his contractors were a bunch of crooks, so that money ended up probably in his back pocket anyway.
And that's why I wanted to see where the card, because I'm pretty sure, because my first thought was, well, he was basically trying to find a way to steal it, and
well, then you had Bannon with his Build the Wall campaign that got sentenced to, or got drawn to court for it, indicted over it before his pardon.
Because that money originally came from the military in the first place.
Yeah, like
and
why did Bannon even have to do a fundraiser for it? They got the money from the military budget. So where's the money for the wall? Because they only built 4 feet.
$2 billion, and he took money from the Pentagon. He took money from FEMA. He took money from everywhere.
And my thing is, why is it still there? Why didn't he take it and run? I get he just ran out of time. Basic is what I get. The Chariot card, slow moving, 4 swords. Because the 9 of Cups has had start. So there's his desires and wishes and his greed. And then it's crossed by all this business to where there was something he just couldn't do. There was a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of paperwork, a lot of people slowing it down here with the Ace of Cups, 7 of Cups. It ends in 2 of Pentacles. So it was just kind of off balance. He just didn't have time to do it. Give him another 4 years, he'd have had it.
Would have had another 4 feet of wall.
Mm-hmm.
I get the payout was hung up somehow.
Somebody was working in that administration. Slow it down.
I get something surprised him a little bit, like revisiting this over and over, and where's the wall? Like having the plan and not getting the plan off the ground. There was people working together on it to lay low about it in secret, so as not to do anything. But I get here in the future, we're going to return to this with a different perspective because of who the payouts did go to. There's investigations and sort of truth coming out on it because there was stealing going on. There was stealing and treachery going on, but it's much smaller than what we think.
I get that it was canceled because it was something that the timeline kept changing and extending and progressing, and almost like it was never really meant to be done. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we're going to build 4 miles of wall that's going to take me 8 years and $85 billion. Like, are you kidding me? Like, who are you? Because here is time, something that matures, and then it just keeps progressing and moving and changing. And see what I'm saying? So it's like, and he kept wanting to change the wall himself too. He wanted to make it see-through. It's called a chain link fence, you idiot. Like,
He wanted his name on it.
wanted his name on it. Then he wanted the crocodile pit. You guys remember that? He wanted the crocodile pit with the snakes and stuff so it could kill people. Yeah.
So probably kept changing the plans of how it was constructed. So the Anom app that the FBI did with Australia to catch drug traffickers, did they catch anyone besides drug traffickers in it? Ton of cocaine and
Oh, goodness. So I heard in my ears, I heard a religious figure. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I'm like, okay, if that's what it is, then the Hierophant should pop up, and then boom, there it is. There is a man, not necessarily a preacher or something like that, because he could be a politician, because I got Ace of Pentacles here. So there is some money going on. A 3 of Swords and the Sun. This is a grift. This is a scam. But this person is heavily affiliated either with a religion or he is religious in his self, as in he could be a politician and a Sunday school teacher or whatever the case may be, or he is famous for his religion, kind of like Mitt Romney and Mormonism type thing. But this person's involved with the church, or this person's in a church, or something around something to do with churches and religion with this person. But this person has been dealing in money and things you buy with money. I'll say it that way.
Interesting. I get their plan, was to go after the steady money, with the drug trafficking and the people associated with that. But I get crowning the reading that there's illumination on some other things, but I get no on the arrests. But they've got illumination on some other things going on. So there's someone that was working, I'm going to say like more money laundering type things, dark money, that there's more truth coming out on. More people will probably go to jail, but I think it's more money laundering related. Kind of, that's my money laundering card. There'll be an action taken against them. So it's a little bit separate from the drug trafficking, though. It's specifically money laundering, which could be your church guy.
I asked, did any politicians use the Anom app? I get a no. I got the garden, the clouds, and the snake. This means no. Read simply, it means that the community is being confused by lies. Just read simply straight across. I don't know what that's about, but it says no politicians use the app. Community, confused, lies. Okay?
Conspiracy theories out there.
That's what I got. I don't know.
DeSantis in 2022, will he get reelected?
Oh, God.
Have we looked at the Satan yet?
Leave it to Florida, he will.
Or he'll rig it so he does win.
Yeah.
Unless he gets caught up with Matt Gaetz and something.
Oh, Lord, please, baby Jesus, please.
Please.
That anyway.
So will DeSantis win re-election?
So outside of the read, there is 7 swords. So there is a scheme already cooking. King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So there is some sort of information going out from DeSantis that is trying to minimize his opponent. This is different than just, dirty tricks campaign. There is some sort of child-related something here that is going to be brought up in this. I don't know if that person has children with behavioral issues. I don't know what's going on with the children thing, but there's some sort of misinformation campaign happening there too. But I get the 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. He may be stuck in that position for right now. As of right now, I should say.
Can't tell me that mofo wouldn't finagle everything to keep himself and all his buddies in power.
Oh, good old devil. There you go.
What'd you get, Becca?
I get that he's very important and significant to the public. He's very popular and very, 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 very successful. So, yeah.
I get it. I get he's already working steadily on this in secret, like paying somebody off. The challenge is somebody's going to talk. So he's going to have a leak within his campaign. And then I have like the courts under this. I get, crowning the reading. Yes, he wins, but he has an agreement with somebody and that agreement gets a light shown on it. So I think he gets caught. Everything changes, like shifting votes around and treachery going on. There's a cover up. He's actually lost, but it's like a stolen election. And I get ultimately it's a woman that should win.
Well, he's the one with the children issues in the Dirty Tricks campaign.
Don't forget, he's got that whole thing with Matt Gaetz and Bill Greenberg going on in Florida. And I guarantee you, if he's still there, he will cheat for Marco Rubio. Guaranteed.
So let's look at Marco Rubio. Is he going to win? Val Demings is going to run against him.
Come on, Val.
Go, Val. Go, Val. How's little Marco Rubio going to do?
Will Marco Rubio win re-election?
It's true, Marie. You don't have a sex scandal there. Texas. Yet, anyway.
Yeah.
I had a very inappropriate thought, and I'll keep it to myself. Thank you very much.
Marco Rubio. He's stealing his too.
Yes, he is. Damn, there's mice right there. Stealing, thievery, government. And then there's people there with experience to make it look all nice and pretty and clean. But it's stolen.
He could end up in court too.
There is Val Demings was a police officer, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, that's what this is. She should win because that's what it says. It says the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Swords is legal, that's lawyer. Queen of Wands for me is officers, FBI, that type thing. So the officer should be in power here. However, good old devil, there's some sort of trick that's happening here. There's some sort of something around the people and the votes. With the Ace of Cups and the Six of Coins. But she should be in that position.
Hopefully she'll fight it.
I hope so.
Yeah, he's gonna
mess with.
He's gonna do what he's done in the past, which is steal it, treachery, change it. But I get that somebody's going to talk about that too. There's going to be illumination, and I think it's going to end up in court. He should be packing his bags and going, but he's going to fight it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, something lighter. What'd you get, Becca?
I already went that. He steals it.
He steals it. I got two funny questions. Liz Cheney's dad, Dick Cheney, is he going to take Kevin McCarthy hunting?
Yeah.
Dick Cheney going to take Kevin McCarthy hunting.
Come on, Kevin. Let's go hunting.
Jesus.
It's duck season.
You better wear 2 orange vests and a lime green one too.
And a bulletproof one. And a helmet.
What's this then? Okay. Hunting.
Mine say no, but I'm going to change it. It's like, hey, let's go be friends. And then Kevin McCarthy turns up missing on a milk cart and nobody can find him. And really, he's somewhere down the river, floating around.
So they may Unio, this is fellowship, friendship, joy, contentment, all the good stuff. This means the sun, I do believe. So it's a good thing, right? However, Hagalos is not a good thing. This is disaster and destruction. Dick Cheney, basically. But Algies means you need to wear your hunting vest. Wear 2 of them. Put lights on it because this is warding off evil. So it's like if you go into the forest with Mr. Magoo, stand behind him all the time.
I get he gets an offer from him. It's like, like he's going to talk to him, but it's more about government. He's going to illuminate him with something that Kevin doesn't like. I'll share some time and resources with you, but surprise, your donors might not.
Lead resources or just resources?
To do with where his steady money comes from. So he's talking in secret with them about supporters. Kevin better be laying low.
Real low.
Real low. Like that can cover low. Okay, so last question. Are Trump's kids embarrassed by diaper pants? Are any of his kids embarrassed? I mean, Barron, it hadn't been that long since he got out of diapers, right? Are any of his kids embarrassed by diaper pants, walking around making squishy noises?
Because they put all the articles out. He was not wearing his pants backwards. Okay, then where was his zipper?
Yeah.
Please,
but even before that photo, we all know he walks around in diapers and makes horrible noises on the set of The Apprentice and stuff. Are they embarrassed? Jared, I'd like to introduce you to my father.
I would never.
Yeah, supposedly that photo was photoshopped, but it didn't matter anyway because we all know. Yeah, he's like a walking outhouse. I don't know if I can pull cards on this.
So I did 3 spreads, and I get that. Are they embarrassed? They go visit because they may feel sorry that he's sick, like he has an illness. They're suspicious of being around him. Why? Because they know that when he passes gas, it doesn't smell good, and everybody talks about it. Like right here. So. When he passes gas, he stinks. Diaper Don. Maybe the diapers have Ivanka's name on it, like they're fashionable from like Ivanka's line or something. Black diapers to match with his black clothes. How about that?
I had the 4 swords on the bottom. I wasn't quite following why that was on the bottom till I got through laying the cards. It's like, this might keep him out of jail. When he gets into court, if he starts bullying and releasing a lot, sharing all his problems with the court, the truth comes out, it's something tangible. It's, you can hear it, you can see it, you can smell it.
Oh.
It might actually help him get out and get away with things. Is what they're thinking. Are they embarrassed? I think they try to run away,
It's like that's what's going to get Dad out of going to jail when he poops his pants in court.
Right, Artie? What'd you get, Johnny?
Ivanka, she knows, I guess, when this is going to happen. Maybe she's around him more than usual. but she tries to stay away from him. Eric keeps something around to cover the evidence. Don Jr. is extremely embarrassed, though, because he wishes he could run and hide from such things. Melania is very embarrassed as well with the siren and the seer, but she also knows when it's going to happen because she's usually there when it's happening. So, yeah, they are. Now, is he embarrassed? Probably not.
No, he probably goes like this.
I can see like
You know.
Melania sees what he eats and is like, uh-oh, it's going to be a bad day.
I feel bad for the person that's on cleanup crew, man. Like that. Not just because of that, but because of how badly he treats people.
Yeah.
Because I say this, he does not have a medical condition. He's just disgusting and lazy. Like, you can go to the bathroom. If you can go golfing, you can go to the bathroom.
If you can crash a wedding and a funeral and go golfing, you can take yourself to the bathroom.
Can you imagine, like, keeping a diaper pail in his room? Like, it must just smell to high heaven.
Oh, God. That's probably why he paints everything in gold. Oh,
Thank you, Brandon. We'll get Artie some Kleenex and some antibiotics. His little sinus thing's coming back. He's got the grumpy cat face on tonight.
poor baby.
Yeah. Well, has anybody got anything else tonight? We're on Johnny's channel next week. We've reversed the rotation after all our traveling around, mixing around. So we're on Johnny's channel next week.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yes.
Y'all are quiet tonight. It's kind of funny. It's like, wow, I haven't done a 2-hour video in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Roll back until someone else has a vacation to go to.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you all for joining us. We had over 1,900 at one point here tonight. Thank you all for joining us. See you on Johnny's channel next week, and we'll probably see you during the week. Make sure you go catch up on videos this weekend from Becca and Johnny.
And thank you to everybody who super chatted to Jenny tonight. You guys are greatly appreciated.
Thank you very much, and thank you to everyone again that brought me gifts in Sedona. I'm gonna be wearing different necklaces and things every week, trying to show off some of my new jewelry, and have to do a Lucy walk to show off what Roland sent me for the garden. Good night, everybody.